receive the information. So, that was a common example. Likewise, I would like to give a common example for a common gateway interface. So, you all are aware of some common gateway interfaces. You have many Paytms or many payment gateway. You maybe for country to country it differs. We do have Phone Pay, GPay, and you have your Google Pay. Likewise, we have many common gateway interfaces. So, this is a real time example to show a common gateway in front of you, that is it. Likewise, we have many common gateway interfaces. So, we have to know about why is that, why do you need a common gateway interfaces, that is very important. So, because for what, we will go on to the session. So, actually the architecture for dynamic content publishing. So, what do you mean by dynamic content publishing? Actually, when you want a website to be interactive, what do? Simple. You are going to book a ticket in your application, in your website. What you will do? You go browse, you search for your tickets, and what is the next step you do? From that particular page, you move on to another transition. You move on to another page where you can search for offers, or you can select your food. So, it comes to the next page, which is known as a dynamic content. It keeps on changing, the web page keeps on changing according to your requirement and according to your option. That is called as dynamic content publishing. So, when you want to do that particular work, you need to know about these things. What do you want to know? If you want a web page, when you want the internet to be so attractive and all the payment options at one single click, you need your application, your web application to be dynamic content publishing. So, for the dynamic content publishing, you should know about what is CGI, you should know about what is Java servlet, you should know about server-side scripting, and you should know about JSP. So, these all together will give you a dynamic web page. A simple ticket booking is a good dynamic web page. So, what is actually the motivation to do such things? So, what happens is when you start creating pages on the fly based on the user's request and from structured data, for example, database content when you are using for a database, or ticket booking for theaters, movies, and when you want some client side scripting or you want more components to be included, in such cases you will need a dynamic web page. So, that what is the solution for that? You need a server side architecture for dynamic content publications. So, if you want some interaction, suppose you are going to book a ticket, you are requesting from your side, it goes to the database, you checks for whether the ticket is there or not. If it is there, it returns back to your place and tells you it is there. Then it goes to another page and asks for the payment, that is called as a second the next level of interface, which is the common gateway interface, and from that you start paying it. It in turn moves to the next complete page where you will finish all your banking transaction and then it will come back to your own page. This is an example for a dynamic content publishing. So, what is actually, with the help of what you can do that? With the help of a common gateway interface you can do that. So, an interface that allows a web server to launch external applications that create pages dynamically, a kind of double client server loop. Simply with an example you can understand, a person is moving from is doing something from one place and it is going to 3 stages. You will understand what is this. This is a common gateway interface, a person who can help you to get one type of information from the server, completely different departments. So, suppose if you imagine that this person is booking a ticket, it moves on to the common gateway interface, and this particular person moves on with the bank transaction and then he gives the report when he finishes, and this gateway again gives the report to the person who is requesting the ticket. So, this is how a common gateway will react. So, in this place this phone is a common gateway. So, actually what is CGI? Is and is not a programming language or telecommunication protocol? No, it is an interface between a web server and an application that defines some standard communication variable. Simply it is a interface. Only thing is you have some communication variables from that particular server, from your client to the server. That is it. There will be some variables, simply system variables or communication variables. The interface is implemented through system variables, a universal mechanism present in all operating system. That is very important. The interface is implemented through any system variable that is following a universal mechanism present in all operating systems. You just imagine you can book a ticket either in a